Hello and welcome to the new video regarding Laravel e-commerce B2B marketplace. The Laravel e-commerce B2B marketplace module convert your Bagisto store to a B2B marketplace. The Laravel e-commerce B2B marketplace will create an online platform where business buyers and suppliers can connect to each other and do business transaction with each other. You can buy the module from the Webcool store and go through the user guide for the installation process of the module. Under the user guide, you can find all the necessary details that are required to install the module, and you can also find the workflow of the Laravel e-commerce B2B marketplace module. So after the installation of the module, first of all, we need to navigate to the admin panel to configure the module. So let's navigate to the admin panel to configure the module. So here, this is the admin panel of a Bagisto store. Here, after the successful installation of the module, the admin can see the B2B marketplace option on the side menu bar. First of all, the admin just need to click on configure. Here, as the admin can see the B2B marketplace option is visible, under which there are several configurations. Under the general, there are several fields such as commission per unit. Here, the admin can set the commission per unit in percentage. Another one is supplier approval required. If the admin has set it as yes, this means the supplier approval is also required from the admin's end when the supplier has registered in the B2B marketplace. Another one is product approval required. If it is set as yes, so whenever a supplier create any product, the admin approval is required for that particular product. Now the next field is supplier can create invoice. The admin can select it as between yes or no from the drop down menu. If it is selected as yes, it means that supplier can also create an invoice for the product. Supplier can create shipment. Here, this is also the same as above. If it is set as yes, this means that the supplier can also create shipment for the product. Now the next field is supplier can cancel order. So it can also be selected between the yes or no. If it has been selected as yes by the admin, so the supplier will be able to cancel the order. Now next one is chat notification. Here the admin can enable or disable this toggle button. This is the chat notification. If it is enabled, then the notification for the chat will be sent to the supplier as well as to the customer. Now the another one is supplier profile page. Now these are the settings for the supplier profile page. Number one is supplier policies enable at front end. Here the admin can set it as yes or no so that the supplier policies will be visible at the front end. Another one is rewrite supplier company's URL. Here the admin can set it as yes or no so that the supplier can rewrite company's URL. Now the another one is email verification. Here the admin can enable or disable this toggle button whenever the admin has enabled the email verification. So the supplier need to verify his account before get registered to the B2B marketplace. Now let's move to the landing page setting. Here there are the landing page settings that will be visible on the front end of the store. Here there are several settings such as page title, show banner, features, feature headings, feature information, feature icons. There are 9 feature icons here. Show popular supplier. If it is selected as yes, so the popular suppliers will be visible in the front end of the Baggisto store. Open shop button label. Here the admin can enter the detail that will be visible under the open shop button label. About B2B marketplace, here admin can enter all the details regarding the B2B marketplace. Another one is show open shop block. Here the admin can select it between the yes or no. Now the last one is open shop information. Here the admin can enter all the details that how to open the shop in the B2B marketplace. So let's see where this landing page is visible. So for this we need to move to the front store. So let's move to the front panel. In the front panel, whenever the user will click on sell, the user will be redirected to the landing page. Here now the user has been redirected to the landing page. This is the landing page where all the details that have been set by the admin in the admin panel are visible. Here these are the featured icons and these are the details as set by the admin. This is the open shop button label. So these all the settings are set by the admin from the admin panel under the landing page configuration. Now let's move to the B2B marketplace section. Here after clicking on the B2B marketplace, there are several options. Number one is supplier. Here all the suppliers that have been registered are visible in a list. The admin can also approve or disapprove these suppliers according to the requirement. To approve or disapprove the supplier, the admin just need to select any supplier according to the requirement and update the status as approved or unapproved as requirement set by the admin. Now the another option is product. Here all the products that have been created by the suppliers are visible. The admin can also approve and disapprove these products that are created by the suppliers by the same process that have been done for the suppliers. Now the another one is orders. Under the orders, the admin can find all the orders that have been made. The admin can see all the details such as order ID, grand total, customer's name, status has been completed or not, order date, supplier name, commission, and so on. Now the next one is transactions. Here the admin can find all the transactions that have been made that include the ID, supplier names, supplier ID, transaction ID, comment, and the total transaction that have been done. Now the next one is reviews. Here the admin can find all the reviews that have been provided by the supplier, that have been provided by the customer to the supplier. The admin can also approve or disapprove these reviews according to the requirement. Now let's move to the another section that is one of the most important feature of the B2B marketplace, that is requested code. Here the admin can find all the code that have been requested by the customer to the supplier. So this was all the settings or all the configuration of the B2B marketplace from the admin panel. Now let's move to the front panel to see that how a supplier can register to a B2B marketplace so that the supplier can also sell their products. So let's move to the front panel. Under the front panel, here in the header, the supplier just need to click on supplier and click on the sign in button. After clicking on the sign in button here, if the supplier does not have an account, the supplier need to click on sign up. After clicking on the sign up, the supplier need to provide all the details for the supplier. After providing all the details such as email, password, confirm password is also there, the supplier just need to click on the continue button. After clicking on the continue button, the supplier just need to add more details such as first name, last name, company name and company URL. After this, the supplier just need to click on the register button. After clicking on the register button, here a pop-up will generate that the account have been created successfully for the supplier. So now let's move to the supplier dashboard. Here, as we have already created a supplier before named as Bando, the supplier just need to click on the sign in button. After clicking on the sign in button, here the supplier can see the dashboard where the supplier can see all the details such as total customer, total orders, total sale that have been made, average order sale and so on. Now there are several sections. First of all, let's move to the settings for the supplier. After clicking on the setting, the supplier will be redirected to another page. Here there are two options: company information and categories. Under the company information, under the general section, here the supplier need to provide all the details such as company name, company URL, company tagline, the year in which the company was registered in, designation. Here the supplier will enter the designation, team size, certification for the company, response time that is in hours. Here operational address, the supplier need to enter the operational address of the company such as contact number, address 1, address 2, city, country, state and postcode. Now the other one is corporate address. Here the supplier need to enter the corporate address such as address, city, country, state, contact number, postcode. Now the next section is media. Here the supplier can add the company logo and the company banner that will be visible in the micro website of the supplier. Now under the about shop, the supplier can fill all the details regarding the company. Social links, here the supplier can also add the social links for his company. Under the policies section, the supplier can add all the policies such as return policy, shipping policy and privacy policy according to the requirement of the company. Under the SEO, the supplier can set the meta meta description and meta keywords for the company to make it search engine friendly. Now after filling all these details, the supplier just need to click on the save profile button. After clicking on the save profile button, a pop-up will generate that a profile has been successfully updated. Now under the categories, here under the category section, the supplier can multi-select the categories according to the requirement on which they deal, and after this the supplier just need to click on the save categories button. After clicking on the save categories button, a pop-up will generate that category is saved successfully. Now under the verification, the supplier can see the badge that the supplier has been verified or is a verified supplier. Now let's move to the front panel again to see the supplier's profile or the supplier's micro website. So this is the front panel. So to see the supplier website, the customer just need to click on the visit website that is visible here. After clicking on the visit website, the customer will be redirected to the supplier's website. Here the customer can see all the details regarding the supplier, such as email address, supplier's name, from when the supplier is member, response time, that is in hours, ratings and reviews provided to that particular supplier. Here the customer can also see the return policy, privacy policy, and under the supplier information all the details are visible, such as address, city, state, postcode, email address, certification, team size, and in which year the company has been registered. So this is all the suppliers micro website that have been created. Now one of the most important feature of the B2B marketplace is message supplier. Here after clicking on the message supplier, the customer will be able to send message to that supplier. First of all, the customer need to log in. After clicking on the message supplier, a pop-up will generate. Here in the pop-up, the customer can also see the supplier's name and can write the message to the supplier. After writing a message, the customer just need to click on the send button. After clicking on the send button, within a few time the message pop-up will generate that the message has been sent successfully to the supplier. Now let's move to the supplier dashboard to see the message. So here this is the supplier dashboard. Under the messages, the supplier will be able to see all the messages that have been sent by the customers. Here as we can see that on 27th April a message has been sent by the customer. After clicking on this, the customer can see the message here. This was the message that have been sent by the customer. Here the supplier will also be able to reply the customer via message. After writing the message, the supplier just need to click on the send button. Here the supplier will be able to see all the chat that have been made between the supplier and the customer. The supplier will also be able to see the name of the customer. Now let's again move to the now here this is the customer's profile. Customer can see all the messages that have been sent by the suppliers by just clicking on the supplier message option. Here After clicking on the supplier, the customer will be able to see that have been all the messages that have been sent by the supplier. From here, the customer will also be able to resend the message to the supplier just by writing the message and just click on the send button. Here, now a pop-up will generate that the message sent to the supplier successfully. So this is the chat system between the customer and the buyer. Now let's move to the another feature of the B2B marketplace, that is quick order. This is one of the important to quick order the product. The customer just need to click on the quick order. After clicking on the quick order, the customer need to select the product. Here the customer need to select the quantity of the product and just need to click on the add to cart button. After clicking on the add to cart button, the product will be added successfully to the cart. Here, as you can see, the product is added successfully to the cart, and by clicking on the proceed to checkout button, the customer can further proceed to the checkout process. The checkout process is same as the normal baggage store checkout process. Now let's move to the other features of the B2B marketplace, that is request a code. And this is also one of the most important feature of a B2B marketplace, that is request for code. For this, the customer firstly move to the supplier's website. After this, the customer need to click on the request for code. Here the customer need to enter the code title, here code description, under this the customer will provide the name, company name. Here customer will provide the customer's company name, address, customer will select the address, contact number. Here add attachment. In this, the customer can also attach a file. If a file or a attachment file is available in the customer regarding that product. Now under the product name, the customer need to select the product. Here the customer can select the product. Here under description, the customer need to provide the description regarding the product quantity. Here the customer can add the quantity for the product, expected price per quantity. The customer can add the expected price per quantity for the product. Samples, here the customer can select between the yes samples are required if the samples are required to the customer, and if not, the customer can select no samples are not required. Here the customer can add the image regarding the product. After this, the customer just need to click on the add product button. Now the product have been added successfully. After this, the customer just need to click on the request for code button. After clicking on request for code button, the customer can see all the requested code that have been made by the customer under the my requested code section. Here like this, all the codes that have been requested by the customer are visible under requested code section. Now Let's move to the supplier panel again to see the requested code that have been made by the customer. So here, this is the supplier panel again. The supplier just need to click on the request for code option that is visible on the left side of the menu bar. Here now the supplier can see the code that have been sent by the customer. The supplier just need to click on the response button. After clicking on the response button, the customer can respond to the code that have been sent by the customer by just clicking on the send code button. After clicking on the send code button, the supplier can see all the details of the code that have been made by the customer. Here code quantity, the customer can set the code quantity that have been made, and customer can set the quantity price per quantity according to his requirement to the customer. Sample information can be selected between the yes or no. Here sample unit, the customer can select the sample unit if the customer is sending the sample unit to the customer. Sample security charges, here the supplier can select between the applicable and non-applicable for the security charges for the sample unit. Here sample charges per unit can also be set by the supplier. Shipping information can be given from the supplier end, and the supplier can also leave a note for the customer like this. After filling all these details, the supplier just need to click on the send code button. Now the code have been sent successfully to the customer. Now let's again move to the customer's end. Here under the customer's end, the customer can see that the action have been taken from the supplier's end. Here after clicking on the I button, the customer can also see the supplier response for that particular code that have been sent by the customer. After clicking on the response, the customer can see the details of the code that is sent by the supplier to the customer. Here the customer can see the code that have been sent by the supplier to the customer. Here the customer can see all the details, that is quoted quantity, quoted price per unit, samples if the samples have been sent by the supplier, shipping days. Here if the quote request is accepted by the customer just need to click on the approve last quote button, and if the customer want to reject the request code by the supplier, the customer just need to click on the reject request button. Here by clicking on the message, the customer will also able to send the message to the supplier that will be visible. The messages will be available on the messages section on both the seller's profile and the supplier's dashboard. So here if the customer want to approve the code that have been sent by the supplier, the customer just need to click on the approve last code button. After clicking on the approve last code button, the code have been approved by the customer, and the customer can add the product code to the cart just by clicking on add to cart button. Now the product have been added successfully to the cart. Here the customer can see that the quoted product have been successfully added to the cart, and by clicking on proceed to checkout button, the customer can further check out for the buying process. Now let's move to the another functionality of the B2B marketplace, that is buying leads. Here this is the buying leads that is visible on the left side of the menu bar of the supplier dashboard. Here to giving the buying lead to a supplier, the customer just need to click on the request for quote icon or request for quote button that is visible on the header of the website. Here quote title, the customer need to follow all the steps that have been taken before, like to request for a quote such as quote title, quote description, contact information, company name, address, contact number. The customer can also attach a file if any attachment file is available with the customer. Here product name. After filling all the details, the customer need to click on the add product and just need to click on the request for quote button. When the customer has requested for the quote, by clicking from the header of the website, the code will be visible under the buying leads. Here after clicking on the buying leads, the supplier can see the details regarding that code. These buying leads will be visible for all the suppliers that have been registered to the B2B marketplace, and the supplier can convert these buying leads to an opportunity here to send a code back to the customer. The supplier just need to click on the send code button, and if the supplier need to send the message to the customer, the supplier just need to click on the message button. Here after clicking on the send code button, here just like same as before, the supplier can send the code back to the customer, where from where the customer can approve or disapprove the code that have been sent by the supplier. Here code quantity, that is 2 unit. Here the customer need to set the price for each quantity. Here samples can be selected between the yes or no from the drop down menu. Sample unit, the customer can select the sample unit. If the sample charges are available, the supplier can also set the sample charges per unit, shipping days. Here the supplier can set the shipping rate, shipping time for the delivery of the product. Here the supplier can also send the note for the customer. After this, the supplier just need to click on the send code button. After clicking on the send code button, the code will be successfully sent to the customer, and the customer will further process that code. If the customer is agree, the customer can buy that product by just clicking on the add to cart button, and the customer can also reject that code that have been sent by the supplier. Now some of the other features of suppliers dashboard are such as products. From here the supplier can add the product that will be available in the Bagisto marketplace. Under my product list, all the products that have been created by the supplier are visible, and the supplier can also see the status of this product, that they have been approved or unapproved from the admin. Here under the orders, the supplier can see all the orders that have been made. Under the shipments, the supplier can see all the shipment by just clicking on the eye icon. The supplier can see all the details regarding the shipment such as billing address, customers names, email ID, address, shipping methods that have been selected by the customer, and so on. Same process is for the invoices also. Just by clicking the invoices, the, the, the supplier can see all the invoices, and just by clicking on the eye icon, the supplier can see all the details regarding the invoice. Now the another one is customers. Here the supplier can see all the customer list, those who have buy the product of that particular supplier. By clicking on the transaction, the supplier can see all the transactions that have been made between the supplier and the customer. Now now another one is buying leads. Here the customer can see the buying leads. Now the another one is request for quote. The customer can see the quote request that have been sent by the customer. Now the next one is reviews. Here the supplier can find all the reviews that have been provided by the customer to that particular supplier, and the supplier can see all the details of the reviews such as ID, customer name, the name who provided the reviews to that customer, supplier name, rating, the rating that have been provided to the customer, status, that is approved or unapproved by the admin, comment, the comment that have been provided by the customer to that supplier and created at. This is the date on which the comment or the rating have been given to that particular seller. Now, so this was all under the supplier dashboard. Now let's move to the front panel to see that how the customer can provide review to the supplier. Here suppose this is the product page. Here by clicking on the write review, the customer can provide the review, can select the title for the review. Under the rating, the customer can provide the rating for the product or for the seller also. Here the customer will provide the comment. After providing the comment, the customer just need to click on the submit button. After clicking on the submit button, after some time a pop-up will generate that the product review have been submitted successfully. Now the reviews have been successfully submitted, and now the admin needs to approve or disapprove the review that have been provided by the customer. Now this is the admin panel from where the admin can approve or disapprove the reviews that have been provided by the customer just by clicking on the B2B marketplace. Here under the reviews, the customer can see all the reviews that have been provided, and just by selecting the review, the customer need to update and can select between the approve and approve from the drop down menu. If the admin has approved the review that have been provided by the customer, then the review will be visible on the supplier's website. So let's move to the supplier website to see the review. Here just click on the visit website. After clicking on the visit website, just click on review. Here customer will be able to see the reviews that have been provided to the supplier. So this was all about B2B marketplace. With the help of this module, the Bagisto e-commerce store can be easily converted to a B2B marketplace where the business buyers and suppliers can connect to each other to do the business deals. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.